He's gone live now. Yeah, Mommy's live. Your butt's in the picture. Why don't you ever put this most adorable face in the picture? Why is it always your butt that you put in the picture, huh? What's up with that? You silly boy. Mommy has to do a live stream now. Yes, Mommy does. You gonna be okay with that? Huh? You gonna be okay with that? You gonna be okay with Mommy doing a live stream? Huh? You gonna be okay with Mommy doing a live stream? Whoop. You're so funny. You are such a funny little boy. Yes, you are. Hey, Amira. How are you doing today? I'm being craft blocked by a cat. He's negotiating to stay down here while I do my crafts, and I'm negotiating to get him up on his bed while I do my crafts. You're so funny, little boy. Yes, thank you. I actually have a 3-inch heart punch too, but I couldn't find it. I found all my other 3-inch punches, but I couldn't find the 3-inch one. I'm doing okay. It's been okay. You know, it's just it's the typical anxiety and panic stuff. Luckily enough, the fireworks, hopefully, knock on wood, have stopped. But you know, we'll see what happens. All right, baby man, you have to go up there. I know, you're cute and adorable, but you have to go up there because I got stuff I need to get done. Come on. Butt-ski up-ski. There you go. Now you're in your bed. Yes. You have to stay in your bed. You have to stay in your bed. Yes, you're the most adorable little thing in the world, but you have to stay in your bed. Yes. All right, so what do I have today? I have a whole bunch of, yeah, they're awful. They really are. And there's a law in the state that you cannot fire them off anytime except for July 4th and New Year's Eve. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't either. But you can't fire them off July 4th and New Year's Eve. But people don't pay attention to that law, and they fire them off at other times too. And there's no regulation as to whether or not you can set them off in city limits and county roads. So, I mean, literally the people that live around me set them off. So they're like right on top of me, literally. It's just awful. I just don't know. So anyway, these are the punches that I did find. I found all of these. Oh, they're not quite all in the picture. Let's move these over. Oh, baby man. You're going to be like evicted if you don't like stay on your bed. I know you're the most adorable little thing, but you have to stay on your craft bed. That's your bed. This is Mommy's space. This is your space. This is Mommy's space. So I found all of these. Like I said, I do have the same one of these, the 3-inch craft punch that is a heart. Hi, Naname. How are you doing today? Welcome. So I do have the 3-inch heart punch, but I couldn't find it. He is now. He's finally decided he's going to stay in his bed. Yes, he is, Cheryl. He's absolutely ready for his close-up. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing today? Good to see you. And good to see you too, Cheryl. So like I said, I have the 3-inch punch. And the reason that I like these, they take up an awful lot of storage space. I will say that because there's really no quicker way to store these. They're not like the EK Tool ones. But all of them use the same die base. So the only difference in this is the shape that's being punched out. The actual circle that they're using as the die base is the exact same size, which means that all of these go edge to edge with each other, which is really cool for layering. So we're going to start with the layering effect that I love about these craft punches. And we're going to move the heart ones to the side because we're not going to use those just yet. And I did make a whole lot of scratch punch card paper stuff. Just grabbed all sorts of things that I could use. So I have a lot of paper to use this on. And we're going to start with a couple of these, just a couple different colors. I absolutely love this color combination. I really do. It's one of my absolute favorite color combinations ever. This was actually the colors of our wedding. I just love this color combination. But I'm going to start with one of these, and I'm going to punch it pretty much in the center of it because I'm going to try and do something else with these after I've punched them out. So I want the piece that I'm punching out, first of all. But I also want this to be a usable piece for later. And then I think I'm going to do the square on top of it. So punched out that one, and I'm going to do the square on the edge so I can get more than one square out. So I'm going to punch it there, pull that out. Come on, come on, you can do it. There we go. And then punch it down here, hopefully with about the same distance and everything. Whoops, dropped it. Hold it here. And I do my punches upside down so that I can see exactly what I'm punching. That's just a me thing. You don't have to follow suit on that, which is not great, but that's another thing that I'm going to work on later in this live stream. But see this, the one thing that I love about these punches is that they're the same size, so that I can sit there and I can put this square piece right on top of that blue piece and it fits perfectly. And it's a beautiful way to make a sentiment really pop on a card if you put this little blue piece behind it and then that one right there. So that's one of the things that I do with my punches, and I do this a lot. And then if you get the next size down, you can always layer again, because the 2-inch one fits just inside the square, which is really cool. So that's one of the things that I really like about these punches, is that they layer so beautifully. And I can even do it with another shape. You know, if I take this triangle one and put it in, oh, pop-up ads, darn it. So is that teal and gold? It's teal and brown, actually. It's not teal and gold, it's teal and brown. And I'm not really sure why that color combination appeals to me. As far as raw color goes, it's pink. But a color combination for me is teal and brown. I absolutely love teal and brown. I just absolutely love it. And see, there's another piece of the same set, and they still fit just perfectly one on top of the other. So I can sit there and do that, and then push this down in, put the square back on top, and it makes the sentiment pop even more. So layering the stuff with my punches is something I really love doing, really, really love doing. And then there's always the making shapes out of your punches. And I'm going to start with the circle one on this one. I'm just going to use white paper on these instead of the nice colored ones that I've got set up. If I can find all the little white sheets that I've set out. Those are interesting. I've never seen punches with the trapdoor on the bottom. You don't have to worry about the paper flying away. True. These all came from Temu. These are all Temu items, and I got them all for either ridiculously cheap or free. But the promotion that I was using to get these ridiculously cheap or free has ended, and it's been ended for about a year now, and they haven't brought it back. It used to be what discount 777 took you to, but they've changed what that particular search code takes you to. So yeah, the promotion for these was great, because I looked them up online today for someone who was asking about them, and the cheapest I found, the circle punch, was like $23. But they do have the hexagon, the square, the triangle, and one other, which might have been the metal, for like $13 each, which is a great price for punches. But especially this big one. But I will say that they do not store easily. They store well. I mean, they're nice and sturdy. These are perfectly sturdy punches, but they don't store easily. All right, so multiple punches, using the same punch multiple times for different things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out 2 of these circles like this, because this is one of the things. And I get most of my ideas, to be perfectly honest, I'm getting most of my ideas on these punches from, you know, watching what Facebook says that I want to watch. What the Facebook algorithm says, oh, this is something that you'd like to watch, so we're going to show this to you. So, out. There it is. But one thing that you can do with these, once you have them punched out, is you can fold them into different shapes. So you can fold this one this way and get a shape that way. And if you fold the other one the same amount, and the first one I never even bother to measure. I just fold it however it feels right to me. You know, how when you're making biscuits, you add milk until it looks right. I just fold it when it looks right to me. And then I use the other one, and I try to fold it at exactly the same place. So I use the other one as a guide. And I could use a scoring tool and get that perfectly, but I never do. And then take these 2 and hook them together this way, so that those little flaps that you folded hook together perfectly. And it gives you some form of an oval. Now, these I did really close to each other, so it's not much of an oval at all, but if you do them farther apart or closer together, you get more of an oval out of it. And that's a really cool way to make little oval shapes if you want them. Or you can make little egg shapes. I'm just going to redo this really quickly. Not measuring it. Should have measured it. But it gives you also the opportunity to make the Venn diagram shape. So you get this little Venn diagram shape if you want to do that for some of your card making and things. And and Venn diagrams have such a great use for like the should I, shouldn't I questions. And this way you can put it actually in a memory book as to what you did together to get the idea for your Venn diagram, your should I, shouldn't I, you've got the center portion of it and everything. And that's just a really cool one. Then I'm going to pull out the heart ones next because I saw this one and it's not appropriate as much anymore because, I mean, the holiday season is so totally over. It is perfect for a junk journal. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm totally sold on the junk journal. I just want you to know that. But then I've got these heart ones, and I've got 4 different size heart ones. And again, all of these came from Temu, and you can see how often I've actually used these. The staples are still in there. So this will be the first time ever using this set of punches that I bought. But I love them because they're hearts, and you can do so many things with heart punches. I absolutely love heart punches. And I've been using this one mostly. I was using my 3-inch one until I lost it. But you just need one of each of these sizes. So you just need 1 cut of each of these sizes, like so. Pop it out. And then I need another one. And I'm going to put it on this piece of paper because I can use this later as part of a card front. Put that on, pop it out. That one didn't cut very well. If you punch a circle, then punch it partially out again with the same one, you can get a football and a moon shape out of the circle. Ooh! Oh, okay. Hold on that thought. We're going to come back to the circle one. Beady Craft just gave us a really good idea. All right, so if you punch a circle and then punch it partially out again with the same one. So punch a circle, like so, and then take the circle piece and then punch it partly out again, you can get a football shape. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's cool. There we go. Ha, look at that. That's perfect. Thank you so much, BD. That's great. Look, we've got a little moon shape here, and we've got a circle here. I mean, a football here. That's cool. And they go together quite nicely. I bet you could do something with this and make moon phases out of it, too. Just keep me, because you need one central circle. You need the one central big circle. Take that out. And then just keep making this circle smaller and smaller and smaller. You could get moon phases out of it. That would be so pretty. So you get this one, which is like, what is that? Waxing gibbous? No. Yeah, that's waxing gibbous. Then there'd be 1/4, and then there'd be waxing. I should know these. Waxing crescent. So it'd be waxing crescent, 1/4, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, 1/3/4, and waning crescent. That would be really, really a cool idea. Thank you, BD. This is great. I really appreciate that. If you round the corners, it could be a lemon. Oh, let's try that. Let's try that. See, this is what is so cool about my lives, is because we sit there and we just give each other ideas and we help each other grow as crafters. I love this. This is so cool. There we go, because I had never thought of making a lemon out of this, or a football and a moon shape out of it. That's really cool. Or the moon phases. There we go. All right, so there's the bottom of the lemon. I'm not going to round the top as much because lemons usually have a little bit of a tippy top on them. So there we go. So there's a lemon, or an egg. Hey, that's an egg. Hi, Susan. How are you doing today? I'm glad you saw me live, and I'm glad you're joining us. Yay! Hi, Cheryl. I don't think I said hi to you yet. Welcome to the guild. If you punch the smaller heart first and then take the next size, center it around where you punched the first one, you get a heart frame. Okay, we will definitely do that. Let me get the rest of these punched out so I can show you what my cool idea with the little hearts was first. And then we'll do your idea, Kathy. Absolutely. Oops, I need to see where I'm punching. I got a little ahead of myself. I couldn't see where I was punching. There's that one. Those are great ideas. I hadn't heard of those either. Yeah, it is great ideas. This is why I love the guild. We get together and we help each other become better crafters because we share our ideas in here. None of us I've come across are gatekeepers. Now, this works better if you have heart sizes that are more similar to each other. But if you do this, and I'm only going to do it with the smaller 3, if you do it this way, you get a little tree out of it. So if I had one that was between this small size and the next size up, if I had one between these two, I could make it an even taller tree just by doing this. Good, Susan. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. So yeah, this is one of the things that I love doing with heart-shaped ones. Now, Kathy said if you punch out the smaller heart first and then take the next size and wrap it around it, you end up with a heart frame. So we're going to do this medium one, the largest of the small ones. And we're going to punch it out and see if this works. I'm going to do it twice so that I have two of these to play with. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to put this one a little bit farther apart. There we go. Now I'm going to use the next one. Oop, I did that wrong. Oh well, we'll use the next one on this one and we'll punch that out. Oh, and it's a bit too much bigger. It's going to be a lopsided frame, but it's still going to be pretty. That is cool. Look at that. And I don't know why this punch isn't punching very well. This is only the second Temu item that I've gotten that I'm not overly thrilled with the way it works. I don't know why that one's not punching out as cleanly as the other ones are punching out. But there's a cute little frame. That was Kathy's idea. Right there, and you could put things in there. Obviously, you'd want it to punch out better than that. Let's try that again with the other ones. So we'll use this one. We'll use this one. We'll do this with the small ones, like so. Oh, I did that badly. And then this one to go on the outside of it. Just barely getting it so that it gets the entire point of it. Line it up as best I can. Let's see how that turned out. Oh, look at that. Look how cool. That is a really cool idea, Kathy. Thank you very much. That is perfect. Very nice. This punch is not punching well. This one's not cutting well. So don't take this as like gospel on this, because this one's got issues with its punch. I'm not sure what's wrong with that, but 3 or 4 hearts glued together at the bottom make a shamrock. Oh, okay. So you're talking about taking them and doing this. Oh, that's cool. So we've got shamrock ideas. Look at this. And like you said, you could do 3 or 4, and that is perfect. And then just take a stamp or another piece of scrap paper and just run it down and have it be the stock of that. You could have like a whole little bouquet of little shamrocks. That is cool. Another thought that I had with these that I thought was really cool is if you cut out a bunch of these. Where's my other ones? I know I have more white cardstock in here. There we go. If you cut out a bunch of these, and it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because you can always, fix it later. But if you cut out a bunch of these, and I'm going to try to line this up. I'm lining it up at this line so that that's lined up at this line so I can try to get them all in the same place. So I'm going to try and line that up perfectly right there. Punch that out, pull that out, and then do another one. I'm going to do 3 of them this time. And then punch this one. Again, trying to line it up perfectly. This may not work well, but like I said, I'm using this spot right here to line up with the outer edge of the paper so I can try and get these in exactly the same place. There's 2. I did not punch that out completely. Oh dear, I have to take my fussy scissors cutters to that. That one did not punch out completely. I probably didn't push it all the way because I've never had a problem with this punch. But I did it part way and then I stopped to talk about it and I must not have punched it the rest of the way out. So there's a second one and there's a third one. And if you do this with enough of them, and then you put that right there, punch out a third one. Oh, I did it again. There. Pull that out. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Give me my piece of paper. I want my piece of paper. There it is. Push those out. All right, so come on. Out, 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 out. I could go all Macbeth. Out, down the spot. Ooh. And then line them up this way, like so. And then have another one ready to go on top. And then you can put a piece of acetate on top of that. And I have acetate here somewhere. Here it is. I have little acetate sheets. I bought these off of Temu as well. But put a piece of acetate on top of that, and then put another circle punch on top of that. You get a shaker card. without having to worry about any of the shaker bits coming out. And if you put just a little bit of glitter down there and maybe some little 2mm seed beads or 1mm seed beads or something, you have this perfect little shaker card all ready to go. All you have to do is glue these sheets together and you don't have to worry about any of your shaker bits coming out, because then you'd have another one on top of that. That's so cool. I have old punches from Creative Memories that have 2 sizes of the same shape that were intended for making frames. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Yes, please do post that on the Facebook group. Yes, please. Wow, okay. I did not put the description in this live stream, so you can't go to the description right now and find the Facebook group. But when this reposts, I will have added the description to it. Well, that was item number 3 on my to-do list that I didn't get done. I didn't have my checklist in front of me, which is why I didn't get done, because I was going from memory, and that was one thing that I didn't do. I was about to watch a tutorial on how to make a Valentine's Day heart advent calendar machine when I saw you were live. I'm now totally invested in the live. Yay! Thank you, BD. I appreciate that. You can also cut out a larger circle, fold it in half, and remove the end of the fold to make a page tab. Okay, well, I don't have any of the smaller ones, but we'll fold it in half, use a 5-inch or circle to remove end of folded to make a page tab. Okay, fold it in half and use, this is from Jody. You can also cut out the larger circle, fold it in half, and use 1/2-inch or 3/4-inch circle to remove end of fold. To make a page tab. So I know I'm not doing this with a punch, but I don't have a smaller circle punch, so I'm just going to do it with my fussy cutting scissors. So it makes a page tab. Okay, very cool. So you can put this on a page and have it be your page tab. Neat. Did someone mention 2 hearts with points together to make a butterfly? No, but that was on my list of things to show. Thank you very much for pointing that out, Kathy. That is absolutely correct. If you put 2 hearts with the points together, you make a butterfly, just like that. But that's not the only way that I've seen to make butterflies, and I've seen another way that I wanted to try. I've never actually tried this, so I don't know if it's going to work out, because I'm not absolutely positive that the video I was watching wasn't AI. So I'm not absolutely positive that this is going to work, but I'm going to take one of my circles and I'm going to put it in the heart punch, and I'm going to punch out a heart from the center of my circles. And that also gives you this beautiful little heart that you could build these up same way and make a shaker card out of it. I love the idea of using paper as the boundary for shaker cards, because I'm always worried that the foam is going to come undone and I'm going to lose bits in my shaker cards. And I know that with my pets, I don't want them eating something that I'm not ready for them to eat. But all I did was I cut out 2 hearts, and I'm just folding the hearts in half like this. And what this does is it gives you the opportunity to have wings that have dimension on them. And then you do it 2 more times. I don't know if I have 2 more circles ready to punch out. I'll just punch it out of these. You do it 2 more times. Oh, let's see if I can do punch 2 at once. Let's see if this works. I've never tried this before either. So do this, punch out 2. Can I? Oh, I can. Look at that. Neat. Punch out 2 more. So you've got these 2. So you've got the start of dimension on it. And then cut out these and push the points down the other way and put the rest of the butterfly wing down there. And you've got these 2 really cute little butterfly wings with 4 hearts. And like I said, I saw this. I've never actually tried this one. And like I said, I wasn't even sure if it was AI or not. And then you've got these 2 little butterfly hearts. And if you put them together, so I'm going to put this in here, put a little tape on there and put this on here without measuring. And then the other one, I'm going to put tape on here and I'm going to measure to make sure that they're the same place and the same size and the same placement. Post a picture on the Facebook page. Should have cut the ends, not center, but hey, E for effort. Okay. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that. I was trying very hard. Sometimes language doesn't agree with me. Sometimes my brain doesn't tell me what words means at time. And sometimes my brain is just overflowing with words that nobody even cares about anymore because they're just so archaic. But you know, that's what it is. But there you go. There's the butterfly. And because you've stacked them up this way, it gives the illusion that the smaller ones, even though they were cut with the same size die, are actually, that the lower ones, even though they were cut with the exact same size die, are actually a little bit smaller. And then you just, you know, put this down onto a piece of cardstock or something. I'm going to put it on this since this is right in front of me. And then you just put these down on a piece of cardstock or something, blurp, blurp, like so. Pardon my strange noises. That's my autism talking. I just make strange noises out of everything. And obviously you would do this much better than I'm doing this whole quick thing, because you can see I messed up the alignment of these. I don't know if this tape is going to let me take it off and put it back on. Not really. I messed it up even more. But yeah, then you take that and you get a marker or a fine tip pen or something, which I don't see off the top of my head in any other color other than this. And then you put the antenna on it. You draw the antenna on it, and then you draw some shapes in this. Wow, this Tombow marker is really not very moist. There's no juice in that. Is there any juice on it in this side? Okay, there's the juice. The juice is on the other side. But then you get this little butterfly looking thing, and then you can do the same thing on the bottom one down there, like so. I'm not a very good artist. I really don't do art well. I'm really just not. I'm very, 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 very left-brained when it comes to stuff like that. So you get this little butterfly like that. And you can even curl up the back wings if you want them to be up, and you can curl up these wings if you want them to be up, depending on how much dimension you want on your card or what you're using this in. I mean, if you're putting this on the edge of a picture frame to decorate the edge of a picture frame, you want as much dimension as you can. So yeah, it is, Mira. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Beatty. Yeah, 3D butterfly. So very cool. Let's see. Did I miss any other? I'm making it for my 5.5. I'll post a picture in the Facebook group once I'm done. Oh, what are you making? You can also cut a larger circle. Oh, wait. I was about to go watch a tutorial on how to make a Valentine. Oh, you're going to make it out. You're going to put the advent calendar out there. Oh, thank you, Beatty. Thank you so much for putting your advent calendar on the Facebook group. That's going to be so cool to look at. That is really going to be neat. Yeah, I've really enjoyed a lot of the stuff that you put out on the Facebook group. Sorry, I just got a text. I read my text. I got distracted. Surprise, surprise. Take some of your dioxide ink and ink blend before you cut the hearts out, and it should make it a beautiful butterfly. Okay, take some of the oxides. So let's try. I'm just grabbing colors right now. I grabbed the red one, and I'm going to grab a nice pretty yellow one because it's the next one down below the red one. And I'm going to grab a nice pretty pink one because pink is an awesome color. Nope, that's purple. That's not pink. Where's my pink one? I have Kitsch Flamingo. Where's my Kitsch Flamingo? Is this my Kitsch Flamingo? Nope. All right, I don't know where my Kitsch Flamingo went, so we're going to use this one, which is seedless preserves. So I grabbed candied apple, seedless preserves, and mustard seed. So take some of the dioxide ink and ink blend before you cut the hearts out, and it will make a beautiful butterfly. All right, so we're going to ink blend. All right, we're going to start with one of these. Which one is this? Oh, both two of these I've never used with my little brush on. All right, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Hold on. Moving stuff out of the way. This is fun. This is really a lot of fun. I love the interactive nature of this particular live stream. I love it. I love it so much. All right, so here we go. I've got my ink oxides. I'm going to pull out a piece of paper that I can put underneath it so that I can use that piece of paper in other crafting later so I don't lose any of the ink that goes off. And I'm going to take a smaller piece like this, and I'm going to do some ink blending. I'm not very good at ink blending, so bear that in mind when you watch me do this. Ink blending is not my forte. It's not something that I've watched so many channels and so many videos of people doing ink blending, and for some reason it just never seems to agree with me. My ink blending technique is just off. I don't know why, but it is. All right, so there's that one, and then we're going to put the seedless preserves on next. Oh, doggone it, I already had I had a yellow one. Oh, darn it, I'll have to clean that one off. I need to get a fresh one. All right, so I need one for seedless preserves, so let's get one for seedless preserves. Cut off the end because I don't like the ends. Here we go. And then get this going. So I'm going to try some seedless preserves next and do this. So that I get some seedless preserves going on this. And see, this is what I mean by my ink blending. Just, it never really looks right to me. It's supposed to be all nice and, even and everything. And my ink blending just never turns out that way. And I don't really know why. Let's get this down into, so it blends with that seedless, what did I use? With the mustard seed. There we go. It's pretty, but I don't know if it's the fact that the things don't, multiple layers of aluminum foil can help sharpen dull punches very, ooh, thank you, Chris. Can sharpen dull punches, very fine sandpaper can be used, but I'm not sure of the grit number. Oh, that's a great idea. So that's a way that I can fix this one, because this one really doesn't work very well. So yes, I will definitely try that. I don't have any aluminum foil back here, so I can't try it right now, but I will definitely try that. Because I do have to say that I am disappointed in this. This is only the second Temu craft supply that I have been disappointed in. Every other Temu craft supply that I've gotten, I have been perfectly happy with. But that one is the second that I'm not completely happy with, because it just doesn't punch right. All right, so now we're going to try this candied apple. So we'll put it dark on the edge and work it in. I've used the foil hack to sharpen scissors too. Oh, cool. I had never heard of the foil hack. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is really cool. That's such a great idea. All right, so here we go. So blending this together. All right, so now I've blended. I've done some ink blending. And again, to me, it just doesn't look great. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but that's all blotchy and mottled to me. And I think I'm just not good at it. Like I said, I'm very, very debilitatingly left-brained. I will openly admit that I am debilitatingly left-brained. My left brain takes over everything. And art is not my first thing to do. I'm more analytical than artsy, put it that way. But even when I try to make these ink blends look good, I don't think I do a very good job of them. I do like the colors that I chose, though. I mean, just for randomly picking 3 different colors, I do like those colors. They look really good together to me. I'm not very good at ink blending. Okay. All right, butterfly. So we're doing the butterfly. Let's see. Let's do 2 different butterflies. Let's do the butterfly with the purple and yellow. Let's see if this works out. We'll do the other one with the purple and yellow, like so. And then we'll do one with the red and purple, and we'll see if this works. And red and purple. There we go. And this can actually be used as a really cool card front for something. I don't know what I'll use that for. Maybe I'll put glitter behind it, some of my glitter paper behind it, and make it into like a Valentine's Day card or something. I don't know. So here's the red and purple, yellow, and yellow. And so put them together. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, look how cool that is. Oh, that is awesome. I do like that. That is really pretty. That is really, really pretty. Thank you to the person who said that. Multiple layers of, I've used the foil hack. So there we go. So who was that? Karen, thank you so much for suggesting that. That is really, really cool. That is a neat way to make really pretty butterflies. And you know what? I'm not so disappointed in my ink blending now that it's been cut out and turned into little butterflies. That actually looks really nice. I like that. Very cool. I love this group. I love the Chatty Crafty Guild. We are such a supportive, wonderful group of people. I just can't even. So there's that one. And then the one that I used in the card that I put up most recently, my Just Because card, that I made a little short out of the creation of it. And I also did the long version of it, the long version tutorial. The one that I wanted to do that, I had another idea for that, and I wanted to try that with y'all. I'm going to put these away before they get messed up and lost. Okay, there was that one. Let's see, the seedless preserves goes down there, and the mustard seed goes up there, and the mustard seed brush, and oh, I'm sorry, baby bear. I just poked baby bear in the ear with the mustard seed brush. All right, so this is what thought that I had, and I thought this would be just absolutely stunning. And it just, to me in my head, I don't know what it's going to look like in real life, but in my head, this looks like a sunset to me. Now, I don't know what it's going to be in real life, but in my head, it looks like a sunset. So I need the orange and the yellow and the red. And I got all of these out of one pack, Recollections paper pack. They all came out of the same Recollections paper pack. Paper is something that I do buy from Michael's. Oops, that's my vellum. That's not the Recollections paper pack I was looking for. I don't know where it is. I don't remember what the name of it was, but of course these are colors that I'm going to gravitate towards because I absolutely love the fall colors. I absolutely do. So there's a paper pack that you can get from Recollections at Michael's that has all of these nice fall colors in them. And so that's where I got these from. Hold on a second. My door came off of this one. Got to fix that. There we go. Yep, fixed. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do the same type of circle thing that I did with the other one for my, thank you very much, Cheryl. I appreciate that. So, and thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. So I'm going to do the same circle thing where you push this in, and I'm going to make sure that it goes just right to the edge of the paper. If you look in here, you can see that I'm just at the edge of the paper. So it's not really the full circle. I'm just cutting just a little bit short of the full circle, just like so. And I want this to be straight up and down when I do it, and as evenly spaced in the between side to side as I can get. So there we go. And there it is. And you can see that there's just a little teeny tiny flat spot on the top of this. So it's not quite all the way edge to edge. And then the next one I'm going to do at the next point, which is where these two little pieces of, where these two little latches hold on to where the lid comes down. So that's the next measurement point. Again, trying to get it as centered as possible. And then I'm going to do this and pull that out and pop this out. So I have these two pieces now. I've got that piece, and I've got that piece, and I've got these two pieces as well. And then I'm going to do this orange one, and I'm going to do it at the center. So this is like going to be almost exactly half circle right there, but it's not centered in the paper yet, so I want to center that. And I'm lining it up right at these two spots and punching. So I've got this one now, and those three pieces, and another pop-up ad. Oh, come on, go away, pop-up ad. There we go. And then the last one I'm going to do right at the edge down here where these two struts come together, right there, just like this. Just like so. Line it up. And now these are not embossed. The last time I did this, I was using embossed paper, and I cut it out after I had embossed this. These are not embossed. But this gives you these beautiful, and they are so mid-century modern 60s colors. I absolutely love them. And this gives you this beautiful, beautiful sunset right there. And it's like the sunset's going over grass. And you could do it with water, but you'd have to do some sketching on it to give some dimension to the water piece. Or you can set it up this way so that the pieces line up this way with your sunset going in that direction, and then have the grass at the bottom of it. So you've got this setup over here, which is not completely lined up perfectly because obviously I didn't get the punches in the right places. Great card for a retro roller skating theme. Oh, you know what? That really would. That would be awesome for a retro roller skating theme. Oh yes, that'd be so cool. So here we go. This one, I'm not getting it lined up. I don't know why I'm having trouble lining this one up. This one's just fighting me, but you get the idea of it. I mean, it's obviously not perfect because it's going wonky over to that direction, but even that's kind of cool. Or you could use this as a hill landscape or something like that. And then the other one that Brian, was suggested is this one. Following off on what the original suggestion was, let's see if I can find a good paper for it that I have enough of cut out. How about this gray? Do I have enough of this gray cut out? That would be really cool. I have different colors of gray. Let's see, there's another gray. Let's see, trying to dig out some grays here. There's another color of gray. So we're gonna try this. So we're gonna start with the main circle, which is gonna be the full moon. And this is just building off of what someone else already suggested. There we go. That would be a great card for, yeah, I read that one. All right, so there's that one. And then I'm gonna cut one of these out. No, I'm going to cut another one of these out because this will give me waxing and waning gibbous. Maybe. I might not have enough paper pieces punched out for me to do this. But here we go. So cut this out so I get waxing gibbous, and I can get waning gibbous. It'll be the same one. And then cut out another circle out of this one. Oh, I don't think I have enough pieces out to do it. And then this one would be crescent, which is going to be a little bit more difficult because crescent is a very small moon. That's no moon, it's a space station. There we go. So crescent. Here we go. And then, how would I do 3/4 moon? Ah! I need another piece of paper. Quick, quick, another piece of paper. So cut another one. And this one should be cut almost exactly in half in order to get the first quarter and third quarter moons. Like that. Nope, that one's a little too big still. So we'll just put it back in and punch it out again. And there we go. Look, you can get the moon phases out of it. Now, obviously, this would be done better with a, taking more time to measure better, for one thing. But you could do that, and then you'd have the same ones reflected over here. So you've got first quarter, no, you've got waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, and then waning gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent. And then, of course, new moon would be on the end, which there's no symbol for that. It's just not a moon. But that is really cool. I love that. Those moon phases are beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoever said it was Beady. It was Beady who suggested it. Thank you so much, Beady Crafts, for Beady Creates or Beady Crafts, Beady Creations. I can't remember what your full name was, but I really, really appreciate that idea because that's so cool. And then we've got we got these footballs. We can take this puffy one and take the end off and make it into a lemon again. Oh, this is so neat. And then just round this. I'm not very good with my fussy cutting scissors. You'll see that. I don't do exceedingly well with fussy cutting. I have an issue with it. My brain and my fingers just don't tend to cooperate with each other. But then we've got this little lemon shape, or we can make little egg shapes out of it. And something else that I saw someone do. Oh, I just thought of this. And I wanted more. That's why I have more of these out. But something else that I saw someone do that I thought was the coolest thing. I mean, the absolute coolest thing. This is another one that I saw on video. And I'm not, I'm just putting it out there, letting people look at it and letting you decide whether or not you think this is a great idea. And I need one more of this same color. So there we go. Oop, that feels like two. It is two. That's why it felt like two, because there were two pieces there. And then, oh, watch this, watch this, watch this. Look at this, look at this. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way so that you can see. Move all of this stuff out of the way. This is kamikaze crafting here. And Baby Bear is completely nonplussed by all of it. He's just snoozing on his little bed right next to Mommy. He is the best ESA ever. He really, really is. He is such a cute little boy. But take these and put them together this way, like so, with a little bit of variation to them. And so put a little bit down there. No, I don't want to test my IQ. Thank you very much. Appreciate the offer. Thank you very much. No, I don't. Put this one down there. Put a little bit of variation on them, just like so. Turn it over this way, and then put a little stem on it. And you have yourself a pumpkin. Is that not the coolest thing? I love that. That is so cool. And they did it with oval shapes. They did it with circles, and they did it with, there was a third shape that they were using. They were using ovals, circles, and some other roundish shape, which my brain is completely leaving me at this point. But is that not the coolest little thing to have this cool little pumpkin? Yeah, yes, it can be. It can also be done with ovals, but there was a third shape that they did it with, because they did it with the ovals, they did it with the circles, and they did it with something else. So I just thought that was the neatest thing to make these little pumpkins. Now, obviously, this is a very large pumpkin, and they went on to take, a marker. That's the wrong side. That one doesn't have any juice in it. But they went on to take a marker to make lines on it so it looked even more pumpkin-y, like so. And they used extra die cuts to put leaves on the stalk of it. And then they used something else to draw a thing so that it had like a vine coming off of it. Just a really cool little idea. And one of the ones that they did, they put a little nose in the center of it, and they made it into a little cat pumpkin just like that. I thought that was the coolest thing, because they did that. They did the stem so that it looked like little cat ears with the leaves and things like that. I thought that was so cool. So I believe I may have done a video on how to make a pumpkin with ovals. Oh, okay. I may have just expanded upon your information. I saw it on Facebook. Did you put yours on Facebook? Because Facebook has decided that I want to watch nothing but rearranging rooms for maximum use of storage space, obviously, because I need to redo my craft room, and art things. Those are the two videos, those are two types of reels that Facebook has decided that I want to watch. And that's all they show me. Which, considering some of the things that are out there, I'm okay with them showing me art and rearranging for storage. So yeah, I like this one. I like the little pumpkin idea. I thought that one was really cool. And I really love these butterflies, those don't match up. The butterflies with the input from the guild, where if you do the ink blending first, you get this out of it. It's on YouTube. Okay, it's on YouTube. Well, somebody put it up on Facebook as well. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to find your channel. I'm going to have to subscribe to you so I can see what you've done, because I love what you've put up in the Facebook group. So I'm definitely going to find your channel and subscribe to you. But yeah, so that's where it is. This was just a little quick Fun with Punches 1 video. I really appreciate everybody who has been here and enjoyed the interaction and the little kitty cat at the beginning, because Baby Bear was just being so cute. And he's still being so cute, except now he's over here on his bed and you can't see him anymore. He's just a sleepy little boy. Yes, you are. You're just a sleepy little baby. Yes. So anyway, thank you so very much for everybody who's watched, all the input that everybody gave. Oh my gosh, we got such good ideas from the guild today. And thank you everybody who watches this after it's gone live. And I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. My channel keeps growing and it's got momentum, and it's all because of you. And I can't thank you enough. I really cannot thank you all enough for supporting this cute little silly, fun, awesome, inclusive mental health journey endeavor thing that I've got going on. You also use distress drink on the edges. Ooh, that would be cool. So, but yes, thank you so very much, Chris and Karen and Amira and Beatty, Doris. Oh, Doris, you're here. Hi. I didn't see you come in earlier. And Cheryl and everybody else whose name is no longer on my list of people. I appreciate you so very much. And cheers. It did help increase my spoons. You got that in just in time. So cheers, everybody. Cheers and happy crafting.